How y'all doing? Today we're gonna be talking about the injustice of human trafficking, the statistical facts, and the prevalence of the crime in the U.S. Did you know that the first prevalence of sex trafficking began in the countries Bangladesh, Thailand, China, and Pakistan? Today it has spread as far as the United States. Young women start being sex trafficked as early as 14, although in some cases they may be younger. On average, it's 14. Human trafficking is not just towards young women, it could also be towards young men, although 99% of the victims are women and little girls. An estimated 24.9 million women and children are sexually exploited today. According to this source I linked in my slide, 70% of the victims are located in Asia, with 14% in Europe and 4% in the Americas. 99% of the trafficking victims are women and girls. About 20% of the victims are children, and about 1 in 7 runaways are victims of sexual exploitation. So if you have a family member, like a little cousin or a niece that has ran away, there's a chance, a 1 in 7 chance, that she's a victim of sex trafficking. The profit for sexual exploitation globally is estimated to be about $99 billion over the entire globe. So this gives the sex traffickers a reason to traffic young women. The prosecution for sex trafficking has decreased drastically over the last 4 years. So in many cases, the authorities have not solved many cases of sex trafficking or sexual exploitation or just human trafficking in general. Trafficking is the fastest growing crime in the U.S. today. According to this source, and I linked in my slide, sex trafficking is the fastest growing crime in America. In 2016, there were recorded 7,500 cases of sex trafficking. That's 35% more than there were in 2015 and 130% more than there were in 2012. So that means that the sex trafficking cases is growing like drastically over the years. Every year it gets worse and worse, and we're not doing anything about it. If you see something, say something. Sex trafficking is one of the most inhumane problems in our society. Sex trafficking is a see something, say something situation. Once people get educated on the topic, they can start speaking out to prevent sex trafficking and just, yeah. Now, what are some of the signs that you know if one of your friends or colleagues are being sex trafficked? I would say signs of physical abuse. So if they got like slits on their wrists or bruised eyes and they're getting bruises and you don't know where they're from and they won't refuse to speak to you about it, I would say seek help from an elder and an adult. If they have low self-esteem, if they always have thoughts of suicide or just always thinking negatively, that's when you should seek help from an adult too if they don't want to talk to you about it. Anxiety is a big one. If they're always jittery and they're scared, you gotta seek help from an elder or just talk to them. Try to talk to them yourself. So if they're like jittery and they wanna, it seems like they're fearful, you should know. Symptoms of depression. Symptoms of depression is a big one. If they don't want to be talked to, or they're just constantly in their room, or just want to be away from society as a whole, then there's something wrong. You should seek help. If they're always speaking sexual or in a sexual manner, that's another sign as well. So you should know then. Here's a list of movies that you can watch about human and sex trafficking. You got Trafficked in 2017, Stopping Traffic in 2017, The Whistleblower 2010, Tricked 2013, Trade of Innocence 2012, Not My Life 2011, Trade 2007, and the Law and Order Special Victims Unit. This is a list of my sources that I used, to do the research here in my slides, and I would like to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do not roast me in the comments, Marcus or Corey, and I'm out.